on Bay Lifestyle. Time now to catch up with the Canny Group. It's great to get them back on board for 2018 on Bay Lifestyle because we get to cover so many different and varied topics. And what topic are we covering today?
Well, today, Roxy, we've been asked by one of the listeners to discuss when does a hobby become a business?
Now before I say anything, Mandy Wilkins actually is sitting in the studio with me. I'd already said hello to her before we came on air and I forgot to mention it. Mandy, that's a really, really good question.
It is a good question and it does crop up from time to time, but we're always happy to answer any questions that the listeners have. So this is a good topic and it's a good one to kick off this year. So generally, people think that there's a dollar amount that you have to earn or produce for when it kicks over from being a hobby to a business, but that's actually not true. It's all about your intention because there's some very expensive hobbies out there.
Absolutely.
And there's also some businesses that, might be borderline in terms of whether they make money or not. So forget about how much money there is involved. It is all about the intention. So if you're, and with a hobby, it's a casual arrangement. You do it for enjoyment. You don't have to be reporting to the tax office. And
so what sort of things could this include?
So it could include having a market stall, perhaps.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So if you go down to if you do some lovely embroidery and you're down at the Queenscliff Market or somewhere like that on a very casual basis, not every market, you're down there and you're
selling your handicraft.
Or you're selling your second-hand clothes, that sort of thing, and you're not doing it on a regular basis. That's a hobby. It's something you're enjoying. You're really probably just getting your money back that you've outlaid. No big deal. And also some bands that play at pubs and that sort of thing. Yeah. They might just get together every now and again and play, and they're a hobby as opposed to a business. So that's a very casual arrangement. If you decide that, I'm really going to make some money, I might not make the money straight away. It might be a couple of years before I actually turn a profit, but I have that intention and I'm methodical, I'm opening bank accounts, and I'm being repetitive with what I'm doing. Yeah. That's a business, and that's when you need to then get an Australian business number or an ABN for short, and you start reporting to the tax office. So out with the myth that it's about a dollar amount, in with the truth that it is all about your intention. Yeah,
okay, that makes a lot of sense. If anybody's a little confused about that, because I'm sure that there would be some people who have, think they've got a hobby, but in fact have actually got a right roaring little business going on.
And that's right, and also the other way around, really. There are some people that are going to a lot of effort, but really they don't need to, and they're not going to ever really make a profit out of it. So there's different situations, so they really need to get some professional advice to be quite sure. And just quickly going back to, say, the band situation, if it is a hobby but they were playing for a business, then the business, in order to pay them, is meant to see their ABN and is meant to deduct some tax out if they don't produce an ABN. But there's a thing called, we call it a hobby form, but it's called a statement by supplier that the people that have this hobby can hand over to the business in order to be paid, and then there are no tax consequences.
Well, and where would you get that from?
So you can download that from the tax office website.
Awesome.
But you're probably best to come in and see us or get some professional advice to see whether you're entitled to use it or not.
I was actually just going to say that. This is kind of one of those very grey tax areas that you want to be really clear you're on the right side of, because if you're not, then you could find yourself in all sorts of bother.
Yes, and that also it's for online transactions and traditional transactions. So people that are, starting to buy and sell a little bit on eBay, they might be just cleaning out their wardrobe, but then all of a sudden it seems to morph into
something a little bit bigger than that.
So
absolutely.
Be very careful. The tax office are all over that. So be very careful.
All right, the best idea is to pop in and see Mandy at the Canny Group. Awesome people, and they will absolutely put you on the right road. We do not want to have any issues with the tax office.
No, we do not.
Big scary monsters. I didn't say that. Well, Mandy definitely didn't say that. Okay, Mandy, thank you so much. The Canny Group, you can find them online and make an appointment, and you guys are just there to help.
Yes, we are. Thanks,
Roxy. Thank you.
Bye.